The Stallions ready to get this thing started and open the season. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Wyoming's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive play, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
And let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
And the Cowboys will hustle to the line. All right, guys, let's chat a little Wyoming. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Stallions offense will go to work for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Unloads it downfield. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Cowboys will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start this drive with a pass. Here's a heat. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, The DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
And the Stallions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. It's complete to the left. Strong, firm tackle.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get to you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Stallions decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Quick release on the RPO. Man, sometimes he's like trying to wrap up a ghost. He's out to the 27. The Cowboys are in the hurry-up. Let's talk for just a moment about Wyoming. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Breaks into the open. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And the Cowboys are moving quickly down the field.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football, keep this defense on their heels.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Here comes the option. Leaves it with the back. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cowboys lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
This quarterback is so lucky that ball was not picked. You have to be so careful. If you're throwing to the perimeter of the field into double coverage, you better be sure your guy's open. You better be sure it's an accurate throw. Lucky that one wasn't a pick six.
And the Cowboys pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on third and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Whitted. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Gives it on the option. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he'll avoid the tackle on the slide. And the Stallions line up to punt it away. Here's the return. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try the toss to the left. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. He's up to 51 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down. Using the quick game. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you, can get to the running back before he gets started.
He's got him. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
Gets the back moving. Here's the handoff. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The change now on 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain.
I think sometimes offensively, you got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary. You got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Stallions line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the grab down the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Cowboys want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete on the right side. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And that's another first down.
Wants to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They send the tight end in motion. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He lets it fly. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Under fire. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting the sack. And the Cowboys will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
From the gun on 3rd down. Quick completion on the out route. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, the defense just needs to do a better job on that critical situation. That was a golden opportunity to get off the field, but quarterback and receiver, they were just better on that one. Nice throw. Nice job by the receiver getting his feet.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Turning it on! They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds his target down the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stacks. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And the Stallions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on third down. They'll run the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. And it slips just inside that right upright. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the third.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
There he goes. Touchdown, Wyoming. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Guys, we have Wyoming on top as we reach the end of the quarter. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Stallions. Once he got a step, it was all over. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Use the play fake, now to throw. That's reeled in, it's Manning. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
You've got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. I'll tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten halves of the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Stallions will bring the punt team onto the field. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down. At the 35, he's open. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Cowboys come to the line in the hurry-up.
How about that critical moment in the fourth quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the first down. That's a big-time play in the fourth quarter by this quarterback.
And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Look out, he's got room. Got the first down and still on his feet. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up.
Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. They move on top here in the fourth.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 11 over Kent State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field, they were like, okay, you're going to gift us the football. We'll go ahead. We'll take over. Thanks. We'll make a play, and we'll take this over. And now we're going to try to make you pay for that decision.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Wyoming. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing.
13.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And now this offense will take the field again. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. He breaks a tackle, and he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. He wants a big play here late. Makes the catch down the right side. Open spaces. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Stallions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The give to the fullback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Finds his big tight end. Big fella's not going to make it to the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll go to the air. Rushes on him. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it. But now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls in the deep ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Etienne. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And the Cowboys want to move quickly. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
Timeout, Wyoming.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. At the 20, he's got space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Cowboys had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Skips away from pressure. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. You waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.